It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with Sunday Funday and your succulent tip of the day. And a few of you yesterday in the comments on yesterday's video wanted to see the front yard. And it has been a hot minute since you've seen it, and an even hotter minute since I've done anything out here at all. And it's a testimony to the resilience and the stick-to-itiveness of these amazing plants that we love so much. So let's jump right in, shall we? I'm not sure whether to go left or right, but let's start over here. Okay, the big, as I very affectionately refer to it as Big Ugly, we cut the top of it off, remember, this summer. It had a top knot, and we cut that off. And then while we were up at the ranch in July, I asked Miguel to limb it up because it was really, really bushy and shrubby. And it seemed to really appreciate that because now it is growing even faster and more aggressively. The size of these leaves, I shit you not, are almost 4 feet tall, some of these. Unbelievable how happy this plant is. And it is eating the house, but that's okay. Here we have the little tapestry of leftovers that I did. And again, I'm just so thrilled with how the rock holds up. You know, the wind, the rains, the watering, the mowing, the blowing, all the things. And it just doesn't seem to go anywhere. It's fantastic. This cotyledon longfingers here is starting to get a little rangy. That's this plant right here. I don't love that. So that would be something that I would come in and pull out, cut, and reset. Okay, yeah, it's getting a little rangy, but look at that. Look at this little Kishokan agave, how precious, and all of the pups. You can depup this plant and just, allow the mom to do her thing. I like the look of it with all the babies around it, like a necklace. I'm going to let it ride. And I noticed when I came out that my mangave, my jaguar, has some snail damage. This is snail or slug. Probably snail. See those holes in the middle of the leaf? Look at that. It's so obnoxious. So I'm going to have to get out here with a little Bugetta Plus, sprinkle it around, see if I can get it before it, completely decimates my plant. All of the small succulents, the sedums and the graptosedums, are doing really, really well. Very healthy, very happy. This little area gets a lot of protection. It does get some sun in the earlier part of the day, but by late afternoon it is in the shade. And this little, this is so cute. I don't even know which side is best. I don't know. But check this out. How cute is that? I thought that it was bolting, and it still might be. The myrtillo cactus is, prized for its crest, but it can revert. But I see areas that are definitely cresting. So again, it's small. I'm just going to let it be, let it ride. My little lavender lady here has got a little pup. Pardon the electrical cord. This is Greg's Christmas display. To Greg's Christmas display. Okay, the fountain has done so well. The little burrow tail, I shoved all of these in here as cuttings, and so they're taking a minute to really do anything. They have rooted, and I think next spring will be when these will really start to take off. because they pouted here all summer. They were really, really yellow and just doing nothing. But now, they're greening up, showing some signs of life. And so yes, very, very, very happy with my little fountain. It's full and fluffy. No complaints. I think it's going to be fine all winter. And then maybe I will do, a little bit of maintenance on it or replant in the springtime. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. And my blue, look at this. My blue Chino cactus. Isn't that stunning? I put it in that pot because I loved it so much and I did not want it to die, to rot. It's been really, really happy in the pot, but it is starting to sink down in there. So that'll be another thing that I can make decisions about. I can take it out of the pot. I can raise the soil, put it back, or I can put something else in the pot and plant that in the ground. It's clearly happy in that spot, so I can do what I want with that. Okay, over here, this is hilarious. Still very much a work in progress. I had some Cameronii going at the base of those blue pots, and it really did soften things up, and it, this isn't done over here. Basically, this was just a bunch of stuff that I threw over here. Rocks, plants, the whole 9 yards. It's all cuttings, leftovers. These euphorbia were a gift from Cullen, and they rotted. You can see this one, look at the top. It's all rotten. This one rotted at the bottom. But we've been at the ranch, we've been busy, and I've just thought, well, you know what, whatever, I'll get to it when I get to it. And I have not gotten to it yet, but I'll be darned if these things don't look like they're trying to make a comeback. So I'm just going to let them ride and see, we'll just see what happens. My little Pringlei here looks like a club, super cute. That's starting to grow. I had 3 of those and gave 2 of them to clients, and that was the third one, the smallest one, and it's lovely. My Pilos are also stunning, don't have a mark on them. And this little number, this Euphorbia trigona rubra, was a cutting off of a plant, of a client's plant in Pacific Beach. It had gotten way too big for the little space, and they said, please take it. So I did. I stuck it over there, and it is so stinking happy. And this little cactus, as you can see, just sitting here above ground. I don't really remember the story behind this. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's got some scarring. It doesn't look the greatest. But what's so funny to me is, despite the fact that it's not planted, right? It's just bare root laying there on top of the gravel. This on top is all new growth. It's just amazing. And that little bit of scarring that you see, not that, but who knows what that is. But the little white spots, that's from scale. Scale love cactus, and you really would be doing yourself a very big favor to treat them systemically with a good product like a Bare Tree and Shrub liquid in the spring and fall. Just because once you have the scale, you can get it off. You can scrape it off with a fingernail or with a tool, but it's going to leave those white scars. And I'm saying that to myself as much as to you guys, because that's something that I need to be mindful of and do as well. Then over here on this side, over here by the front door, our neighbors gave us a poinsettia, which is very sweet. And my crest that I've been babying along my lactea, because this is a picky plant. It's really subject to fungal infection, rot, all kinds of things. It's thriving. It's very, very happy. And then my pot planter, I have a little, just a little Fred Ives in there, some little graptos and some string of pearls. And then my Tradescantia is pretty happy. And my Sansevieria. This Tradescantia, it won't love the winter. When it starts to get cold, it will die back. But this is a really protected corner, and I am in Vista, and it really doesn't get that cold. So, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, this little shady corner has done very, very well. I'm very happy with that. I have my little cactus in my terracotta pots. Lots of spider webbing here. Yuck. I keep turning this because see how it's reaching for the sun? This is really not an ideal spot for this plant. I really should have it where it gets more direct overhead sunlight because it's trying really hard to reach for the light and the energy of the sun. But I just keep turning it in the hopes it'll straighten itself out. This little mammillaria has given birth. How adorable is that? And this little guy looks like it's about ready to come out of this pot too. It's getting a little too big. My idea was to have a whole bunch of different sized terracotta potted cactus running all the way along, all the way up to the door. And I have clearly been sidetracked because, well, that's not really true. I haven't really been sidetracked. These are just great pots to give as gifts. So when I'm a guest in someone's home or whatever, I grab one of these cactus and take it over as a gift, and no regrets, but it's wreaked havoc on my collection, I'll tell you, because I can't keep any plants. It's just so fun to give them away, isn't it? Okay, so there you have it. Your update on the front. Everything is alive and for the most part doing very, very well. And perhaps I'll get motivated. I want to plant things in front of, all these pots. As I said, I had Cameronii there, but again, I used them in projects. I thought ungies would be really neat in there too. I want to fluff this out because I feel like the blue is it's a little too stark, and I want to soften that. So, that is the plan, and hopefully, I'll get to it sooner rather than later. In the meantime, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I love you so much, and tomorrow I'm going to go shopping at Waterwise for our project that we're breaking ground on in Poway on Wednesday. So I will see you on the flippity. This has been Laura of Design for Serenity reporting in my front yard with your succulent tip of the day and Sunday Funday. Bye, guys.